Hey folks, Eric here, and I want to talk to you today about squaring your machine. What it means to be square and how to adjust your gantry into square so you can cut perfect squares and rectangles. Your gantry being square means it's at a perfect 90-degree angle with the long sides of your machine. And if it's at that perfect 90-degree angle, you'll be able to cut perfect squares and rectangles. But what happens if it's not at that perfect 90-degree angle? Well, that means your machine will cut parallelograms, and that can indicate that your gantry is out of square and in need of adjustment. Your machine does have an automatic squaring feature that uses the sensor flags, so when you home your machine, it adjusts the gantry to the sensor flags to get it perfectly square with the sides of the machine. However, those sensor flags are only as good as how well they are adjusted. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust them to get perfectly square cuts on your machine. A simple check for squareness is to cut something that is a square or a rectangle and measure on two diagonals as you see here. If the measurements are equal, your machine is in square. If the measurements are unequal, it needs some adjustment. Sometimes making adjustments requires trial and error, and cutting a bunch of squares or rectangles would work, but you could potentially waste a lot of material. So an easier way to do this is to drill 4 holes at the absolute maximum extents that your machine can reach and pull a tape measure between them. You can see the holes here indicated on this diagram. If we measure the diagonals between the holes we've drilled, we can tell if the machine is in square or not in square and which way to adjust the gantry to bring it into square. To get started, you're going to need 4 blocks of wood, 4 wooden dowels like these, a tape measure, and a drill bit that matches the diameter of your dowels. An up spiral drill bit will work as well. Next, you're going to want to take those blocks of wood and fasten them to the corners of your machine. Double stick tape will work, composite nails will work, you can also screw or clamp the blocks in place. And what you want is a setup like this, with those blocks of wood at the far corners of your machine, just like you see here. Next, we'll zero out our drill bit and go ahead and drill those holes in each corner. Here I'm using 1-inch length dowels, so I'm drilling a hole that's a 1/2 inch deep. With the holes drilled and the dowels installed in the holes, I can go ahead and take my tape measure and pull from one corner to the other and note the measurement down on a piece of paper. I'll take the second measurement and note it down as well. Now, if your measurement from here to here is shorter, that means your gantry is tipped this way and needs to be adjusted back into square. If your measurement from here to here is shorter, that means your gantry is tipped this way and needs to be adjusted. Now it's time to adjust your sensor flag so that your gantry will self-square whenever you home your machine. The adjustment procedure is a little bit different depending on whether or not you have a stepper system or a servo system, but the theory is the same. We adjust the sensor flag so that when your machine homes, the gantry swings into place. The adjustment procedure on a stepper system like you see here is pretty simple. First, find the sensor flag on each side of the gantry. I like to take a measurement of how far the sensor flag sticks out ahead of time and note it down so I can make incremental adjustments. To make an adjustment, simply get a 6mm Allen key and back out the sensor, and you can loosen the jam nut on it, and then you can move the sensor in or out depending on the type of adjustment you need to make. If you want to do it with a little precision, you can measure exactly how far you move it. Once you make your adjustment, be sure to tighten up the jam nut so that your sensor flag doesn't vibrate in or out while your machine is in use. A servo system squareness can be adjusted as well. However, the adjustment procedure is different. What's notable is that a servo system does not use the sensor flags for squaring. It actually uses this piston down here called the hard stop, and adjusting where that hard stop contacts that red metal plate will dictate how the gantry is squared during homing. The sensor flag is only there just to get the machine close to the hard stop. To start this adjustment procedure, you can actually have the machine turned on, but you can have the motors disabled with the reset or the e-stop key. Using a wrench, you can loosen the jam nut on the piston and move it in or out as needed to get the gantry in square. Once you have the piston where you want, you just tighten the jam nut back against the bracket and snug it in place. Once you have the piston where you want, you can actually move the machine by hand into the hard stop, and that will let you see if your sensor flag is in the right spot. We don't want the sensor flag impacting the sensor itself because it can damage it. The gap between the sensor flag and the sensor itself needs to be a pretty specific amount. You can see the numbers that it's supposed to be right here, about 1.5 to 3 millimeters or 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. When you're making this adjustment, make sure that the hard stop is tight up against the red plate so you get an accurate gap between your flag and your sensor. Now that you have your flags adjusted, it's worth going and remounting your blocks, drilling some fresh holes, and checking the dimensions again. As I said earlier, you want both of these dimensions to be as equal as possible. And going forward, as you cut work, if you cut a rectangle or a square, it's always a good idea to take the opportunity to measure it. If you see some out of squareness, you can go back and make adjustments to your sensor flags as needed. Thanks for watching, and if you need any additional support, please go to avidcnc.com and click on support.